That would have been horrible. You have Medicare? Oh, beautiful. Okay, nice. God, what's that like to have health insurance? I miss it so much. My favorite part about teaching was the health insurance. I don't know if anybody else is in that same boat, but now that we do comedy, good Lord, I miss my doctor. I had to like break up with my doctor when I was like, hey man, I'm leaving teaching, I'm going into comedy, and he was like, oof. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to see you again. He was like, that's okay. Is there anything I can do for you? I was like, will you give me a prostate check? And he was like, you're 33. I was like, yeah, I'm looking at how my career's going. I don't think I'm going to have health insurance by the time I'm 40. And he's like, usually people don't ask for this. I was like, I am begging you. Please, God. Thank y'all so much for coming out. I appreciate y'all. Your staff is coming around right now dropping checks. Make sure you tip them. Round of applause for your staff here. They've been incredible. This was my home club when I started comedy. This is Ryan's home club. We know all of these people so well. And one thing I will tell you, they have the hardest job here. Dealing with you people is exhausting. And they do not have health insurance. So make sure you tip them, okay? That's the one thing that you can do. Every dollar you get them gets them closer to their next doctor's appointment, and they'll probably spend it on weed, but good. So does anybody want to start us with a question? I've got all the questions here, but usually we like to find a Derek champion. Is there anybody here with courage? Maybe you're being led by the Spirit.
Any older teachers want to reply all in real life?
Anybody got a question you want to start us off with? You couldn't figure out the QR code in 10, 9.
Oh, we got one.
Well, we got one?
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you. Social studies, middle school social studies teacher.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Damage is less having spent time with you. I'm feeling better.
Thank you.
What is the best revenge you ever got on an administrator?
Ooh, I thought you were going to say on a student. I had 9 things.
Dude, I was ready.
I was locked a two-parter. Yeah. Best revenge you've gotten on an administrator. Ooh.
Did I have to be a teacher?
No, administrator.
I know, but when I was a student for senior prank, like millennials were so goddamn polite. They like went and like chalked up the sidewalk of the school, and I was like, that's not enough. And my school was 3 stories. And we like pulled up a bunch of like trucks and like stacked a bunch of boxes in a ladder and got on the very top side of the school, and we wrote down our principal's name, his wife's name, his phone number, and his address on the side of the school. Yeah, we stole his identity. It was fucking awesome. That was it.
Do you remember your time at school at all? You seem like you were a good kid.
No. I tried to tell them about it. No.
Is this one on? Is this one?
This is a teacher
Are you
show.
able to hear me okay? Yeah, okay.
It's just quieter than me. Yeah, here.
Oh, okay. I can suck the mic's dick a little more. Like I can really try to. Okay. Is that mild? Is that a little better?
There we go. Okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
All right, that's okay. Okay, good to know. Okay.
I-
That's why my set just went okay. Oh, okay.
You were.
I'll do all my jokes again. Guys, I had a baby this past year. I was an okay kid. I was okay. I got this mischief here and there,
Yeah.
but nothing crazy.
No.
I never doxed the principal.
I never did anything crazy to an administrator. One time I had an administrator who wanted to try stand-up comedy, and I was like, you should do it. I don't know if you know anything about administrators. They are not funny. I also had one that asked me to lead a PD, and I was like, sure. You ever have the worst teacher in the world lead the worst PD in the world? It brings me so much joy to just know that we're wasting time. Revenge on a student. I had one student who hated me. Hey, I had a great relationship with most students, but this girl, I don't know what it was. She just thought everything I did was the worst thing possible. And then I had her for 2 years. You know how grating that gets? And then at the end of 2 years, she had a seizure in my classroom where she just kind of like faded back. And there was a very clear moment in my mind where I was like, now you fucking need me? Oh, now you need me, huh? Let's see if you bite your tongue or not. I'm not proud of it. I went and I helped her, but there was a moment where I was like, let's just see.
No, I mean, I get it. When I had this kid who was always late, like my students were allowed to go off campus for lunch, and this kid would always come back during fifth period after lunch, like 20 minutes late with food, and it pissed me off. And then one day he came in with like a 20-piece chicken nugget, and he set it down on his desk. He's like, "Mister, I gotta pee really bad." I was like, "Yeah, bro, take your fucking time." And when he was gone, I ate all 20 of his chicken nuggets.
Hell yeah.
You ate all of them?
Oh yeah, dude! I used to be a professional fat ass. That was easy. Yeah, you got to show your kids that you can throw some shit down sometimes.
I like a reverse principle where you give the kids consequences by taking away their food. That's fun. I like that principles now are like, they called you a bitch because they need a granola bar. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Gonna move on. Okay, you know what I was talking about. It's just not funny. Okay, good to know. What's the dumbest thing that you've convinced a kid is true? That was from KD. Dumbest thing you've convinced a kid is true.
Sorry, I forgot about this. I don't know why, but this is a long time ago. I don't remember the context, but I convinced a kid that it was pronounced Nigeria Falls instead of Niagara.
And see, what's beautiful about that is who's that gonna hurt? That's just gonna make a trivia night fun. Nigeria Falls, that's adorable.
Me and my wife went on our honeymoon to Nigeria. It was great.
I had a student, I had these two kids from Tanzania, and why are y'all laughing? That's how they, y'all are like, oh, the fat man thinks it rhymes with lasagna. No. They say Tanzania, you say Tanzania, and, or you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, which might be a few of you. But I had these two kids, they were from East Africa, and they were so funny, man. We were watching Air Bud for my final, and that's a good movie to show ELL learn. 1/3 of the characters is a dog. It's pretty easy to follow. And I had these two kids, they would not stop talking. I was like, guys, you have to stop talking. We're all trying to watch Air Bud. And they were like, but we have a question. And I go, okay, you get one question, and then we're back to Air Bud. And this kid goes, is this true story? I was like, Air Bud? Yes, this is land of opportunity, son.
Only for golden retrievers. Yeah, brown labs have it kind of hard.
Only for golden retrievers. I just realized you were making a race.
Yeah.
Those goddamn chocolate labs are killing us in basketball.
Air Bud has great social commentary on racism.
What's the funniest mean thing you've ever heard a kid say? Some people just were like, I have something. Funniest mean thing you've ever heard a kid say?
I used to teach middle school in Florida, and everything, yeah, that's the correct reaction. Everything you've heard about Florida is true. And then put that on middle schoolers, it's fucking Thunderdome. And so I had to fight fire with fire, so I was kind of unfiltered. And if the kids were like arguing, how I would stop an argument is I would say, hey, y'all wait, get out of my class, go after school, get behind the dumpsters, stab each other there, film it, send it to me tomorrow. And these two kids were fighting, and one of them was like a really big kid. And he was fighting with this girl, and I said that same thing. I was like, hey, go stab each other, blah, blah, blah. And this girl looks at this big old kid and goes, I ain't got all day to stab him.
That would institutionalize me. that would have shut me down so quick.
Whatever happened to her, she got stabbed.
Funniest mean thing. I had this kid, like I said, I had a bunch of East African students, and the way the African languages translate is a little different than the way I feel like Spanish is kind of easier to translate into English. They don't have as many funny things. But my African students would always say things in a way that was just a little off. You know, just like a tad bit. The way the language translates. I had this kid, he only listened to gospel music. He only talked to me about Jesus Christ. This kid did not want to dishonor God or his family at all. So I know he wasn't trying to be mean to me, but it's the funniest thing a kid has ever hit me with randomly. I have no context for it. I show up to school late, as you do, and I'm about to start class, and Raponce, his name, I shouldn't say his name. Well, I got fired. Fuck FERPA. And Raponce, before I could start the lesson, he goes, "Mister." And I was like, "Yeah, what's up, Raponce?" He goes, "You are not very fat." I was like, "Have you been talking to somebody?" Like, where did... Barry's doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. I don't know what you meant by it, but I respect it. I love kids like that, man. That's my favorite. That's the one thing I miss about teaching is the students, for sure.
I like how he probably thought that you had some low self-esteem and you really needed that.
Well, I think, yeah, because I always made comments. I always did like pizza parties, and I'd be like, "You guys better hurry up or I'm going to eat all of it." And they were like, "You can't." And I was like, "I can try." Okay, let's go through a few of these. What is your favorite IEP recommendations you had to write/follow?
Never went to a single IEP meeting.
Do you know what an IEP is?
No.
Probably something your son's going to have. He doesn't even know why that hurts.
Some just happened to me. It doesn't feel good.
You know. Here's the funny thing. So the IEP, it stands for Individualized Education Plan. And
Whoa, really?
Dude, I will be honest with you. I taught for 8 years. I learned what an IEP was by doing this tour. I did not know that it was something that we had to sign. Like the teachers, you know, sped teachers would email you and they'd be like, "Can you please sign your IEP?" And I'd be like, "That does not involve me." Because for like the first 6 years of my career, I thought the IEP was just like a part of the LGBTQ. I was like, "That's not me. I don't know what you want me to do with that." No, it turns out it's very illegal.
It helps students get like double time during tests, and you know, if a kid calls you a bitch, now they get to go take a 5-minute break every single class period because we're the one that fucking escalated them.
It's like accommodations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, good job.
Okay. Yeah.
See that scaffolding, everybody?
Yeah. Okay.
We worked him up towards it. That was nice.
Yeah. You still got it.
Okay, what kind of teachers do you have in the audience? It's a fucking dumb question. Drunk teachers, I would imagine. The drinks they make here are strong. Have you ever been called a little bitch after getting hit by a first grade girl? Jesus Christ. Where is Aaron? Aaron, is everything okay? Aaron, tell me more. You got called a little bitch? Yeah.
All right. Well, was she right? Oh, God. What were you doing?
Yeah, because what are you going to say, man? That's a first grader. You can't be... If it's a high schooler, you're like, "I'll whoop your fucking ass." But a first grader calling you a little bit, that's got to be the cutest damn thing I've ever seen.
Especially if she's got a lisp. Little bit.
Damn, dude. I've never been called a little bit. I got called a little bitch one time.
You've never been called little. If one of your ESL kids called you little, you'd be like, "You don't know English. I'm not doing my job."
I got called a bitch. I got called a bitch, but it was by my admin on my end-of-year evaluation. And no, I've never gotten called a bitch, but after being hit by a first-grade girl, that's very funny. I did used to break up fights in school. I won't do that anymore. In high school, you can't break up the fights, dude. I taught in Casey Mo, so they had security, and the security would come in, and security's not allowed to touch. That's like their big rule. They can't touch, and it's like, well, what the fuck are you here for? And Lou and I met. We were bouncers in college, so like, I don't like that.
That's how I bounced. You'd be throwing them out, and I would just intimidate behind them.
My little peacock.
Maybe we should have been called little bitches.
I remember. What was that? Breaking up fights, dude. In the security, they couldn't lay hands, and I would always try and get in the middle because these kids could whoop ass, you know. And I'd be like, "Hey, y'all need to stop." And then it took me 6 times my first year of the security coming up and going, "Break up," and then you don't, and then they just pepper sprayed you. I got pepper sprayed 6 times my first year, which is much more of an indictment on how dumb I am than the system at play, because it took 6 times of getting pepper sprayed in the face before now when I heard security on the 7th one, I was like, ah! Ran away.
I always like watching the teachers who have no business break up a fight. You know what I'm talking about? Like the like 90-pound, 80-year-old teachers. There was once a fight between 2 O-linemen that were bigger than me at my school, and they all looked at me to go stop that fight. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. And then her name was Maria, tiny. She like got in there like Moses, just parting the sea, and all she did, she just went, "I'm here, do not hit me." Worked like a charm. I'm gonna put this here.
You have a bucket?
Dude, you said you were taking me somewhere called the West Bottoms later. I don't know what that is, but I want to be drunk for it.
Yeah, we're gonna go get heroin. Did you ever get into a fight?
A kid tried to fight me one time.
And what'd you do, scream?
No, yeah. No, he was like a heavier kid. And he swung at me way too big, and he missed me, and then he fell like into like a puddle, and it was embarrassing, and he left. So I'm undefeated in fights that I don't have to actually do anything. So it's pretty good.
He fall.
Oh yeah, my kid did put me in the hospital recently. So. Do you know him? He's a bad motherfucker. He's crazy.
This is not going to be funny, but his kid's name is Oscar, and so every time I want to go see him, I go, "Hey, I have an appointment with Dr. Oz." And he was like, "Yeah, they know about the same amount of medicine." Okay, we should get through this. I just want to break this now. Damn. Have you ever shared anything too personal with a student? Also, I want Miss Redacted to know I miss her. She's my religion. What the fuck? She's my religion. Okay, listen, was anybody here to see Miss Redacted? Make some noise. Make some noise. It's okay. She had to go to D.C. to, I guess, convince senators to stop being little bitches. So, and I'll just say she got paid a decent amount of money, more than she would be getting paid here for sure. And it was an opportunity that she couldn't pass up. So she did send me with stickers that say, "I saw the Unteachables, but Miss Redacted wasn't there, and she feels really bad about it." So I will give you those stickers, and if you were here to see Miss Redacted, we're going to come back to the Kansas City Funny Bone. We're going to come on a weekend. We started doing these teacher brunches, so like Saturday, Sunday, matinees, like 1 p.m. We all get hammered, and then we go.
Did you hear all the elementary school teachers? Oh my God, yeah. I would love a mimosa.
So that's kind of our new thing. So we will be back in a year, and if you are one of those people who wanted to see Miss Redacted, I love you. We're so sorry. I didn't want to tell you until the end, because I've made that mistake before. I didn't want to come out here and be like, "Miss Redacted's dead."
Wasn't that here?
Yeah, dude. I don't know if I've told that story. Were you here that night?
No, but it's my favorite story.
The worst comedy
you gotta tell
show.
'em
The worst
before.
comedy show I've ever done was on this stage.
It was tonight.
No, this was great. Y'all were incredible. It was a lupus benefit, which it's like, that's not benefiting anybody. It was a lupus benefit that D.L. Hughley was supposed to headline. Do y'all know D.L. Hughley? He was on the Kings of Comedy, Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and D.L. Hughley. And I was so excited. I grew up on the Kings of Comedy. I was so excited. And then we get to the show, and D.L.'s plane didn't work out, so he couldn't make it to the lupus benefit. But it was sold out because people thought that D.L. Hughley was going to be here. So it starts with like a slideshow. There's a projector down there doing a slideshow of this lady who has lupus, and it's very sad. And then an R&B singer gets up, and he does a song about the struggles of life, kind of related to lupus. And then they're like, and now you're host and MC, Stephen Taylor. So I walk out following an R&B in the saddest slideshow of all time. And I'm like, hey guys, we're going to have a fun night. Yeah. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, just to let you know, D.L. Hughley's not going to make it tonight, but we're going to have a lot of fun, aren't we? And they were like, no. You're here and he's not? And I was like, yeah, isn't that good? And they were like, no. So I did 15 minutes of comedy to absolute silence. I'm talking not a chuckle. Nobody laughed at all. And I could hear people talking, not heckling. That's the thing. They weren't being mean to me. But they were like talking to each other, and I'll never forget, man, it's right where you're sitting right now in that back, that little section right there. Can you just, what's your name?
Amy.
That's as clear as I heard it. It was so quiet, I heard everything. But she didn't say her name. She leaned over to her friend and she goes, this is the worst birthday ever. I could see that woman in my fucking nightmares, dude. She has never left my mind. And what I wish I said is, I hope it's your last birthday. And instead, all I said was, gasped. Oh my God, it was horrible. But yeah, so I learned my lesson, and we tell you at the end that Mr. Decht is not going to be here, and I just want to say that.
Do you remember the worst you've ever bombed?
Oh, I do.
Right? Yeah.
That wasn't the worst you've ever bombed?
No, I was talking about for you. It was tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I made that joke like 3 minutes ago.
I know, but
I do, and you just brought it up. I was doing a firefighter benefit in Colorado Springs, and before I went up, they did like an in memoriam for all the firefighters that had died in Colorado that year. And then the chief just goes, now who's ready for some comedy? Lou Ferris! Immediately went up there, and I fucking bombed for like 10 minutes. And I get the worst heckle I've ever gotten. I was doing my joke about, I was like, oh, firefighters, I'm gonna talk about the time that I was in a burning building and ran outside in my underwear and almost fucked those firemen. And then I was like, yeah, I ran out in my underwear. And this man with Down syndrome in the crowd just goes, ew. What do you say to that guy? I'm just like, I'm just like, you're right, bud. And that was the biggest laugh of the night, because I didn't get any more after that.
You gotta travel with him.
Yeah, that dude fucking crushed.
Oh my God. I opened for an Elvis impersonator when I was brand new to comedy. And I didn't know that's what I was doing until I got to the show. And that went pretty poorly. Because everybody in the audience was like 179 years old. They were like taking out their hearing aids and shit. And when I was walking through, there was no good way to get off stage. And so it'd be like if I finished and I just stepped down and just walked through everybody. And as I was walking, kind of like what you were saying, like people were talking about, because the next guy didn't come on yet, and so people were just talking about my set, and one old lady said to her friends at the table, she was like, he seemed nice, I wanted that to be good. So that hurt.
dude, comedy's so hard. Comedy, you get put in crazy situations where you have to do things for an Elvis. What town were you in?
Springfield, Missouri.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Everyone in here has had to open for an Elvis impersonator in Springfield, Missouri. That's what you have to do.
So you bombed. How did the Elvis impersonator do?
Crushed. Dominated. He trashed me in his set. That's
Really?
part of the story. Yeah. He was like, keep it going one more time. Yeah, he was like, keep it going one more time for that young man who opened for me. And everybody in the room was like, nah, I don't think we will. And then Elvis was like, I hear, if you ask me, he wasn't nothing but a hound dog. He used my set to get into his shit.
What a fucking professional.
You know, it was not the first time he had to follow some shitty kid. For sure.
Springboarding off your bomb is the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
I did a show in Sedalia, Missouri one time, And in Sedalia, I was doing it for the Sedalia Democrat, which is a newspaper.
He's just
down
the one
there.
guy. He's the one.
Damn.
When I looked it up, I was like, oh, the Sedalia Democrat. Okay, cool. It'll be like maybe some liberal, open-minded people. And then I looked it up, and the newspaper was invented in 1865, and I was like, fuck. That's going to be, I know where that's going to go. And so we did, it was a raffle. They were doing a raffle the whole night for this whole little company party, and they had comedians in between the raffle objects. And I was supposed to close out the raffle night with my comedy. And and I remember they auctioned off like movie tickets and jewelry, and the closing thing of the night was a gun. And everybody was so excited for the gun, and they were like,
You were opening for the gun, or the gun went? Okay, I got it.
I was opening for a gun,
That's pretty sick.
And you're not going to believe it.
That's how you open for the gun.
Dude, I wanted to at the end of it. I was hoping I won the gun.
Bought a raffle ticket from the stage.
Bro, it was the craziest experience because I just bombed so hard. You know, sometimes you deal with hecklers like tonight. You're not a heckler, but like you have like somebody comments and you go back and forth. Lou has this problem where if somebody heckles, Lou used to, when we started touring, he would treat everybody like they were a 14-year-old. And he'd be like, you fucking shut up and die. Like he would immediately get so mean to him. And I learned this guy like yelled something at me and I went, okay, Hagrid. And if you saw this guy, you'd be like, nailed it. But this guy was like very sad to be had, so I bombed like the rest of the 15 minutes. And then it was just so quiet. And they're like, all right, who's ready for the gun? And the gun killed, dude. The gun. Everybody loved the gun. They hated me. So I appreciate y'all being here for a good comedy show and not being a part of the Sedalia Democrat. This transitions well. What's the best shot a student ever said to you and you let it go because it was good?
Okay. There was this.
Your name is Scott A. Cock?
Holy shit, Scott said
That's
hell yeah.
amazing. Not Adcock. A. Cock.
Dude, he's been waiting for that all show. He's like, we gotta sit in the front.
Yeah.
He is the only person that put his last name on it.
Wait, your last name's really a cock? Like, shit, how do you spell it?
Are you
this
Mrs.
like
A. Cock? Do I know what his sister's name is? Vagina? Anita? Anita a cock? Her name has a stutter? Anita a cock?
Asshole.
Bro,
That's awesome.
you rubbed your hands together like, finally, got what I wanted from this show.
You guys gotta bring him on the road.
Oh, that is amazing.
Why are you not doing comedy? We're up here with normal ass names.
Good.
Good.
Oh my God, you're a teacher.
Everyone shut the fuck up.
I didn't even think about that.
What do you teach? Shop. Yeah, you do, Mr. Acock.
You need to have a weapon.
Guys, make sure you wear your protective goggles or you'll lose a cock.
Yeah, normally shop teachers lose appendages, but you have all 10 fingers, so unzip your pants. I need to check something.
That's assault. Oh, God damn.
What, did they call you Mr. Acock? Acock?
Oh, my God.
Fuck, why didn't we do this at the start of the Q&A? We don't have time now.
That is incredible. And you took his last name.
Okay, so
This is a lot to digest in the moment, so we're just taking our... okay, what's your name? What's your last name? Okay, good. Oh no, I'm Native American. It's Joe Little Dick.
Okay, and what do you teach?
I also teach ag ed and shop.
Ag Ed and Shop. Nice, you two teach together. Nice, you're buddies, and you didn't sit together at all. That's interesting. You didn't. You took the VIP. You were like, yeah, no, I've been here longer. You're higher up on the salary schedule. God damn.
Do the kids, they call him a cock?
But do they, ACOC, but did they do it in a way that like it commands respect, or is there ever like a, it depends on the kid? Not in my situation, dude. Every kid, we had one lady named Mrs. Berger, and we ruined her fucking life, dude. We had a teacher named Miss Miller, and I went to AA with my dad all the time, and she showed up. And so...
It's so sad.
We're just going to blow right past that? We're just going to keep moving right through that?
Well, it was anonymous, but, I'm not... But I found that out, dude, every single day. All of the kids in every one of her classes would write, "It's Miller time" on the board. So I'm just saying, you have to be a good teacher if any kid is like, "We love a cock."
Oh, God. So many
so
things I could have done with that. Whose class are you going to?
Oh, do you have ACOC this semester? I love ACOC. I hate ACOC.
Yeah.
What?
Tell you what, he's being 10 cocks today.
The right-wing media is like, see what they're doing? Bunch of gay cats. Oh my God, I'm crying. That is so funny. Dude, this is an amazing trend. Ever had a student named Fuck Nguyen? That's funny. I thought it was going to be funnier, but you bombed.
It's hard to follow.
It's hard to follow ACOC.
With a funny...
He changed his name to what? Fuck Wong? No, they didn't. Don't die. Is everybody, is this? Who are you people? Fuck Wong. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Now we got to leave town.
Oh, God. All right, I think we've got time for like two more. This has been so much more fun than I expected it to be. Okay, what is your most disgusting story? Most disgusting story.
That's the one we're going to end on? Okay.
No, I said we have two more. There's somebody submitted one. You're an asshole. Wait, somebody just submitted one while we were talking. Not a question, but a comment regarding your Twitter. I used to sit naughty kids behind known flatulators for my own personal enjoyment. It wasn't my Twitter. I don't know this.
There are kids that are known flatulators?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
How about being the known flatulator? We just call him Scott.
You can point them out.
I love, yeah. You know those kids who you have to tell them they're lactose intolerant. You're like, buddy.
Yeah, they've worn the same hoodie every day for the entire year. It has Jack Skellington on it. Yeah.
It's Jack Skellington.
I actually got in some trouble. There was this girl who she cussed me out one day. She called me a little bitch. And then I made a seating chart the next day, and I sat her next to the kid who stunk real bad. And she was like, "I'm not sitting there." And I was like, "You can get out of my class." And I had a really bad administrator who like pulled her aside and took the kid's side and was like, "Mr. Ferris is oppressing you. Don't listen to him." And I had to stand up there and like, I was mad, but I was like, I fucking intentionally sat her next to that kid, so that's a little bit of oppression. Like, she's kind of right. I knew what I was doing.
That's a pretty disgusting story. I think my most disgusting story, I shit my pants at school one time.
Wait,
why did you put your hand in your head? As an adult?
Yeah,
she goes,
I just
as an
assumed-
adult? Yes!
Okay. Make some noise, teachers, if you've ever shat your pants at school.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. She's fired up. She shit her pants right now. Hell yeah.
Nice. And this was as an adult, right? Yes. I don't trust any adult that hasn't. You've never shat your pants as an adult? Grow up. Grow up, dude.
Gambled and lost.
She what?
She gambled and lost.
Gambled and lost. That's all it is. You're betting on house money with your pants.
Yeah, a cock, you've been a poop before? Yeah. Don't trust a fart.
No, I did. It was like a light one. It was just like, it was a shart. It's obviously a shart. I don't think, you can't be pooping. every shit is a shart. That's how it starts. And
You're selling shirts after the show. Can I actually say that?
when you wish upon a shart. It was just I was in my lunch, and you know those annoying kids who come into your class and they're like, "Can we hang out with you for lunch?" And you're like, "Fuck off, dude. This is my only time to not hang out with you. I don't care that you have friends or that you don't have friends." So I tried to fart at my desk so that they would evacuate. And as soon as I farted, I went, "Oh no, oh no." And I stood up and I went to, they left obviously, and then I went to the downstairs bathroom to like hang out, and I went down there, and my para was in my class, and I texted my para, "Dave, do you know what a para is?" "Yeah, these little judgy bitches." And you don't get paid enough for it, but I was like, "Hey, I'm in the bathroom. I don't think I'm coming back for a little while." And she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I think I shit my pants." And she's like, "You think?" And then I got into the bathroom and I kind of got myself situated. And then I looked and there's no. All right. I had shit. Something had happened. And it was like a phantom. There was no sign. There was no evidence that a shit had occurred. So I thought maybe I had made it up, maybe I just felt like I had shit my pants, and maybe I just didn't. And so I texted her back and I was like, "Actually, I think I'm okay." And then she texted back and said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And then she sent me back a picture of my chair. So it went somewhere, but it just went straight through the underwear, straight through the jeans. I was just hanging out there. And then she was like, "What can I do for you?" And I was like, "Can you bring me my jacket?" So she brought me my windbreaker, and then I left school. I texted my principal. I was like, "Hey, I'm going to get the fuck out of here." And I just walked out of school with a windbreaker tied around my waist like a little emo kid's girlfriend.
God, you should have used it to cover up the chair. Oh my God. My favorite part of that story is this sad kid that doesn't have any friends. Like, maybe I'll go talk to my teacher, and you shit your pants to get away from him.
Only teachers are going to understand the point.
Oh my God. There's worse things than being a known flatulator.
All right, I told you we were going to do two. I think we could do two more. Ask me, because I've never had this one before. I've never had somebody tell me to ask them. Justine says, "Ask me about snapping a pencil in front of my student's face." Justine, where are you? Do you have? Oh, you didn't. You have a shithead friend.
Justine, you snapped a pencil. Oh, damn, Conan the Barbarian. Oh, fuck, that was tough.
You teach 5th grade?
Oh, fuck! This is way better!
I've made a huge mistake.
You snapped a pencil? Were you like, "This is your legs"?
You're like, "I'm gonna put this in your spokes."
You said it's way worse? Okay, so what did... She's no longer with y'all? God damn.
Oh.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, so this child in a wheelchair made you angry.
All the time.
I'd probably be angry too. I get it. Okay, and why did you do that? You don't remember, you just saw red.
She was in the hall.
She was pissed at her, so she just snapped her pencil right through her face to get back at her. We don't remember why. And then later that year, this kid died, so she still feels
Damn, the other teachers talk about you like John Wick. I once saw her kill a kid with a fucking pencil.
What the fuck is going on? I have never in my life. Also, the fact that you had joy in your heart when you were like, she's no longer with us. Oh my God. I had a kid who had a seizure and y'all thought I was a bad person. That's incredible. I mean, not incredible. You know, it's interesting for sure. Dad, wow. I used to snap like meter sticks. I had like 15 meter sticks because none of the other teachers wanted them. And so I just had them for my bad classes, and I would use it, you know, whenever you really needed to. Because a meter stick is surprisingly easy to break. But when you do it, it looks really cool. And I had all these like kids, these immigrants and refugees who were like, we only respect you if you hit us. And I was like, well, I can't hit you, but what I can do is snap a meter stick. And every time they would go, and I was like, yeah, you better be glad you're not in a fucking wheelchair. I didn't know how to get out of that bit. I didn't know how to. That was crazy.
Look, we don't think that you're a bad person, but I see why a lot of people do.
Doesn't it suck, dude? Okay, I will say, Justine, in your defense, it does suck when a disadvantaged group, a disadvantaged student is also a dick, you know? Because, like, I had these immigrants and refugees, and kids would be like, wow, you're a hero. That's so nice. And it's like, no, dude, they're 13 years old. These kids are assholes, okay? It doesn't matter what they've been through. I still have to stop myself every day from, like, choking a refugee. You understand? I tried to help you out. They're not with us.
Next time you're at a teacher comedy show with a Q&A, just leave out that very last part of the story. They loved the wheelchair detail. I'd have just closed on that.
Oh, man.
It sucks you don't remember why she made you mad, because now it just feels like you're just being mean to a kid in a wheelchair. For no reason.
Yeah.
I would have just made something up. She was racist.
Yeah.
She was writing.
Oh,
mean
yeah,
stuff.
that makes sense. She was writing mean shit. You were like, no longer anymore, and you broke it. Yeah, that tracks.
Oh, what an asshole. She ate the erasers. Ma'am, it's time to be inclusive. It's on her IEP. She's allowed to eat erasers. It calms her down.
Y'all said she was the class bully?
The class bully being in a wheelchair is pretty funny.
It's a class of little bitches.
Imagine getting pants by a girl in a wheelchair. Drive-by bullying, dude.
Y'all see why I got fired from board teachers?
Yeah, board teachers ask you to be clean, and our fans ask us, when's the last time you fucked up a disabled student? Just a different vibe here.
Oh, man.
Okay, we really have to get out of here. We're going to be back there selling merch. He sells the koozies that say let teachers drink in class. I sell koozies that say let drinkers teach in class. We have ignoring you is on our IEP. We have everything that you could possibly want. Just come back there, take a picture, say hey, anything you want. Tag us in it. It goes a long way to bring up our socials so that next time we come here, we can sell it out, okay? So tell your comedian friends, tell your teacher friends, thank you. Comedian friends. All right. Okay. I swear to God, I know that I said we were leaving. KD, where are you at? Okay, you just submitted this, right? And it feels like when you ask a question like this, it's because you have a story. And I don't really have one, but after what we've heard, I think I'd like for the audience to redeem itself a little bit. The backpack question. No, you said what's the weirdest thing a kid has brought to school? What grade do you teach?
I'm middle school parent.
Middle school para. Okay, these little judgy.
You know with so much shit, you don't want us to judge?
No, I'm on your side. What is the weirdest?
Coping mechanism.
What's the weirdest thing a kid has brought to school?
He didn't actually bring it, but he threatened us with it multiple times. He had anacondas.
He had anacondas.
Multiple?
Several.
Dude.
He had a backpack. He always told us he was going to smuggle one in his backpack.
Do you know how big anacondas are?
He just comes to school with a giant backpack.
I thought you were going to say like a dildo or something. We always have that. There's always like a first grade teacher who's like, for show and tell, a kid showed up with a rose.
That's what that kid called the dildo, anaconda.
One time a kid called me a dildo, and I asked my mom what it was. When she had woken up from a nap, I go, Mom, a kid called me a dildo. What is that? And you could tell she saw the first thing and was like, it's that. She just goes, it's a suitcase. And then for like 2 years, I really thought a suitcase was also called a dildo, which is like not a problem until you take your first flight. And you're like, I was walking through the airport being like, Mom, don't forget your dildo outside of the bathroom. It's not a good vibe.
Mom, why is your dildo way bigger than everyone else's? You're the only one with a black dildo, Mom.
Mom, I've got my Spider-Man dildo right here. One of those ones you can ride on. Oh, shit.
God damn it.
This is the last question. You submitted it anonymously, but I do love it. Ryan, I'll let you do the honors. Do you want to? It's that one.
What is a penis, Charles Carr?
At least you paid attention. That's going to be our show. We're the Unteachables. Thank you so much. Round of applause for Ryan Trickey, everybody. Let him hear it. Round of applause for Lou Ferris. Let him hear it.
Hey, round of applause for Steven Taylor.
Thank y'all so much. We'll be back there. Have a good night. Get home safe. Goodbye. We love you.